Welcome back. You ever get the feeling you're being watched?
Every now and again.
Yeah, I think so. Welcome back to our live show. Spectators are going to be dressed to the nines, hats and all, from head to tail, this Saturday for the annual Kentucky Derby. Just in case you can't make it to Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky, you can still watch the race while enjoying some signature Derby-inspired foods. Fan favorite chef Sean Ye, a.k.a. Shane Rogers, is back with us in the Virginia This Morning kitchen to make a fan favorite for the Kentucky Derby.
A Kentucky hot brown.
A Kentucky hot brown. What's a Kentucky hot brown?
It's like an open-faced sandwich, typically with roast turkey or roast chicken.
Yeah.
We're going to use chicken today because I don't have roast turkey sitting around in my kitchen. And then a cheese sauce, kind of like a bechamel that you would use for maybe macaroni and cheese, but we're going to use it for this with some Emmentaler cheese and a little bacon, because bacon makes everything better, and some tomatoes because they look pretty.
Is it because it's a finger food, really? People are standing around, little appetizer?
Normally this is an appetizer. Normally it's a full-on sandwich that you would need, you know, to take down your mint juleps.
Not these.
Not these.
Okay,
where do we start? These are just bites. I've melted a tablespoon of butter.
Tablespoon of butter, melted that.
And I've added
what was that you just
a tablespoon and a half of flour.
Of flour.
We're basically making a little bit of a roux. We're going to let this cook for maybe a minute or so until it doesn't taste like...
Not long.
No, not long.
Okay.
You don't want it to really take on any color.
Okay. And
then we're going to add a pinch of salt. A big pinch of white pepper. You can use black if you have it, but white's good. And
is there a difference in taste, or no? Or is it just the look?
I think it's a little bit different taste. It's a little milder, I think.
Okay.
And a little scrape of nutmeg. Don't go too crazy with the nutmeg because it can really take over.
And we don't want, you just want a hint of it,
You want
right?
You want to say in the back of your mind, like, oh, there's something interesting in there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I actually might have put too much.
What was Shane up to?
Right? And so once you have that cooked out,
you're
going to slowly stir in
hear that sizzle.
1 cup of milk.
Vitamin D, straight up.
It's deliciousness.
Is it 2% or whole?
I'm using whole. You could use 2%. I wouldn't go to skim or 1%. I think that would make the sauce a little bit too flat.
And it really is not that much.
No, you're going to eat a couple of bites of it. Okay. Let this simmer away, whisking kind of constantly, and it'll thicken up.
What are we making? Is this the?
This is the bechamel sauce. This is the sauce that's going to go on the top.
Okay, right on the
so
top.
this is what it looks like. About 5 minutes from now, it's going to look like this.
Voila.
And
really, in just 5 minutes, it thickens up like that.
It thickens up, and we're going to add some of the Emmentaler cheese. There's some there if you want to try it. It's the Swiss cheese, and it's kind of nutty, and it's smooth, and you know, it's just a good one. And if you just had regular Swiss, that'd be fine.
Readily available?
Readily available. Found this at the Kroger. 1 ounce of that finely grated.
Well, strong at first, but then smooth.
Right, but mellows right out.
It really does.
Right?
Yeah.
So we've
really
got.
Good.
We're going to let the cheese melt in here, and this is on a very low flame.
You want to add more to this, right?
Well,
the cheese.
The cheese, absolutely. Yeah. So that's going to let it sit. We're going to then, to make it the hot brown, like I said, I'm going to use some pre-roasted chicken, some previously cooked chicken. You could get a rotisserie chicken. You could do
like
whatever.
$5 at the store.
Right, absolutely, and you can use them for a couple of different things. We're going to chop these into just a small dice.
A little cube will do you?
Yeah, just a little cubing, no big deal. And any roasted chicken. If you have roasted turkey, that would totally make it more traditional, but I didn't want to roast a turkey for just one appetizer dish. And this will totally give you the flavor of it without, you know, having to go through all that trouble.
Well, what I noticed about this, there are so many layers to this dish
lots
as
of
well,
layers of flavor.
but fairly simple.
It is simple.
Now, I know this thickened up after about 5 minutes. Are you continually stirring that, or is this just letting it settle?
Once it thickens, turn the heat off, add the cheese, and it'll look just like this. And so now I've added a little over a cup of the diced chicken, and we've got some toast ready to go, and some bacon ready to go.
What kind of toast do you like?
I'm using whole wheat, but you know, use what you have on hand. White bread would be fine. White bread is what they typically make the sandwich with. You want to toast it so it doesn't get soggy, and it can stand up to the topping. But that's basically ready to go right now. I'm going to turn that off.
I know some kids would love this dish because there are no crusts.
There are no crusts. Well, the crust kind of makes it a little fancy. And so now we're ready to assemble. We're just going to pop. I've already taken the crust off the toast.
Oh, we're going even smaller than this.
No, yeah, that's a little too big.
Okay.
So we're going to cut those into quarters.
Truly is finger food.
Totally, absolutely. So we've got some bacon that's ready to go. We've got some tomatoes, and we're ready to assemble.
All right, let's stack this. We have a minute and a half. You think you can stack a few?
I think I can stack a few in that amount of time. And
she's a trained professional.
Right? I'm an untrained professional. Anyway.
You're a legend in your own mind.
Right,
All right,
exactly, right?
So really, you're just letting that sit right in the skillet.
I'm going to leave it right in the skillet because if you don't do it now, it's going to get kind of thick and gloppy.
Yeah. So no top, right? This is not
no
a,
top.
Not a
This is open face.
Open face sandwich.
We're going to put a little bit of bacon on there.
Voila.
And a little bit of tomato.
Tomato.
And you could
typical
go with
any type of tomato, cherry tomato.
I like the cherry tomatoes because the size fits. And you know, you don't want a big old. You know, if you start breaking down a big tomato, it's going to get gloppy.
Yeah, and I know. Speaking of gloppy, you get some sauce and cheese kind of dripping off. Is that kind of the presentation, though? Right?
It's okay.
It's okay. It looks.
Yeah, this is a messy sandwich. I mean, we've refined it. We've taken the crust off, and we've done that kind of thing. But you know, it's still rustic.
And when you serve something like this, Shane, and you come out and you have the presentation like this, what do your friends say? I mean,
they want it. Are you kidding? They're ready to go.
Yeah, this isn't like a frozen appetizer that you're getting at the store.
Shamefully delicious cannot get away with that.
Bingo. That's it. All right.
If I do that, then what are we going to do?
And what are we going to wash it down with?
We're going to wash it down with a mint julep.
Mint julep? Have you had one already?
I forgot. I was like, what?
We're going to post this recipe on our show website by early this afternoon, WTVR.com/VTM. Cheers. Always great to see you, Shayen.